And welcome back, everybody, to episode 137 of the Marvelite podcast. I am your host this week, Luke, and with me, I have Will.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And Nicholas.
Yes.
And we have Michael, a.k.a. Farewell34, back in the hizzy.
Farewell?
Is there a certain reason why you said hizzy?
Farewell.
I don't use the terminology.
Not at all. Back in the hizzy, everybody. We have Aaron Alexander.
Farewell34.
That's my name. That's my full name. Thank you.
Wear it out. Wear it out.
Dude.
Marvel Studios has actively been developing a Shang Chi movie, and we have news that they actually have found their director for the film.
Yes.
Which is pretty great. I'm actually not familiar with this director. I'm not really sure what all they've done.
I just watched Short Term 12 recently, so that's really funny that he's the guy behind it. I don't know much about Shang-Chi as a character or much or about this guy as a director, but hey, if it's Marvel Studios, I'm sure they know what they're doing.
He directed his movie with Brie Larson in it, though. That Short Term whatever?
Yeah, Short Term 12, it was him, it was Brie Larson, it was Rami Malek and Lakeith Stanfield.
Oh, damn. Was she acting in that movie?
She was. She acted her ass off in that movie. She's pretty good.
Can we just get Lakeith Stanfield in the MCU already?
Well,
who would he play? He'd be a great Brother Voodoo, actually. Let's get him.
Oh, dude.
Too. He'd be lit.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't even think of that. My God.
That just came to me. Let's get Lakeith. Let's start that petition while we're here. Nick, post that on Twitter. Lakeith for Brother Voodoo.
Oh my God, I didn't even think of that. He'd be perfect.
Fire, wouldn't it? Anyways.
Oh my God.
Back to the Shang-Chi director.
Yes, I do. When we hung out with Lakeith, that was great.
He said
anyway,
he hated Death Note.
He did. He did not like Death Note.
To it, though. Is he coming back or?
No, I hope
no.
Not.
Remember, his character didn't die, so he gotta be back.
Sorry to bother you, was snubbed for an Oscar, and I still say that. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Anyways, any thoughts on Shang-Chi, Michael?
I'm happy that they're going with in a different direction with their lead films.
Yeah.
Shout outs to our Asians, Destin. What's his name? Destin Daniel Cretton.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we ever said his name. So let's give the director credit.
Is he writing the film?
No. Dave Callahan is writing the film. He wrote.
Okay.
He's a hot writer in Hollywood right now. He's doing Wonder Woman 2. He wrote the Expendables movies. He's writing this Shang-Chi. He's got all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this movie's gonna have some fire action then.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, moving on to the next topic. So, I believe this happened last week. So the director of Doctor Strange, who is also we believe to be returning for the sequel, had uploaded an image onto Twitter and then very quickly deleting it.
Yeah.
Nick, do you want to give us some insight as to what that image was?
Yeah, so he uploaded a picture of a cover for Doctor Strange with Namor on it, and I believe it was a tie-in issue that actually had like Silver Surfer and some other characters, and I think it was actually part of Fear itself. I'm not 100% sure, but
it could have been.
Yeah, that kind of sparked a whole thing, like, is Namor in Doctor Strange 2? Because he also had a caption in it that's part of like a Jimi Hendrix song. And the song, the lyrics or whatever, like, kind of tease underwater stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. He tried to pass it off like, oh, like, if I tweet something, it's not a hint. But it's like, well, why would you delete it then and say that?
How long was it up before he deleted it?
It was like minutes.
It was like minutes. Yeah.
Really?
So it was clear. It was clearly intentional.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know. Mikey,
oops! It slipped by accident.
Mikey, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know if Scott Derrickson was just bouncing ideas for the sequel, or is actually working on the draft right now, and he thought, why don't give the audience a little tease, whether or not he's actually going to do it, just get conversation going, I think. So
I think, according to you, Nick, isn't there like two versions of a script that exist right now for Doctor Strange? There was like an older version that included Nightmare, and then there's like a new drafted version that may have changed a bit. I don't know. Because again, man, I mean, freaking Namor, like, he didn't do that for no reason.
Yeah, we don't know what the script is at the moment. I mean, obviously they had ideas for Nightmare. I think they talked about wanting to do Nightmare even in the first movie, and then they're like, oh, we're going to do the second movie, so who knows what they're going to do. I have a feeling that maybe Feige was like, well, you guys might want to try like doing something else. Like, you know how, because Thor Ragnarok completely blew the doors off that franchise and introduced the idea of like the MCU team up basically from the comics and stuff. So maybe they'll do that for.
Wow. I would say Winter Soldier did that.
Well, I mean, I guess he's referring to specifically like weirder shit.
It was more comic booky though. Ragnarok was.
Oh, for sure.
Ragnarok was very very much felt like a almost like a tie-in issue, didn't it? Like it felt like a tie. Like the whole thing just felt like a tie-in issue. So really, I could see this being a thing. It's just that I think everyone was expecting Namor to make a debut in like Black Panther 2, not Doctor Strange 2, just because like that may have. Yeah, let's go higher, further, faster with these characters.
No, what do you guys feel about Namor being in
Namor?
Being in thing.
Namor.
A weird way to introduce it, unless if they're what if they use it as their way to backdoor in mutants?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be some weird shit? Be like, oh yeah, the wizard has to fight the Submariner. That'd be a weird
though from the old school Defenders comic.
Oh my god, I just thought of that. What if they actually do take inspiration from a Defenders comic and they do like an OG Defenders arc for the movie?
Yeah.
Who was the OG Defenders one?
The Netflix show already happened? Or did they just disregard it?
No, I no, like we're talking like old Defenders, like before
like the 70s.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm just saying. No, I mean, I guess they never called them the Defenders in the movie, in the show, so...
They don't have to even call them the Defenders. They don't have to title it the Defenders.
They'll be the Protectors.
It could just be based off
that
of
show
something.
Isn't canon anyway, so...
Yeah.
What if, post Endgame, they are trying to form an Illuminati, and Doctor Strange, part of Doctor Strange 2 is he's looking for members to join it, and he's like, I have this one guy who'd be really great, but me and him have kind of a weird history, and like a portion of the film is him trying to get Namor to join, and then some nonsense ensues. Maybe the fear. You said the fear. The fear, maybe.
Yeah, dude, fear itself. Let's just talk about the Illuminati for a minute, because I don't see the Infinity Stones disappearing. In fact, I think that by the end of the movie, one of the Avengers is going to have them. I think it's going to be Stark. It's going to be one of the Avengers. I don't know. Maybe the freaking Infinity Stones at the end of the movie might just decide to split off again. Like they just all shoot off like into space, and then just like you have to go find them and reassemble them again. You know, like or
come together when we need them most.
I actually don't think that the movie's going to go. I think it's a strong possibility. In fact, I think it's very plausible that by the end of the movie, we will see some form of the Illuminati take shape and form.
I think so as well.
Yeah, I believe that. Probably because it'd be like, we need to prevent galactic threats like Thanos in the future. We need a team. A cabal. Wait, no, an Illuminati.
Yes.
I think it'd be Cap, Tony, Strange.
I think Cap's going to be
T'Challa.
Namor, and then as an Easter egg, Professor X, like Tony Stark mentions like Professor X or something, or Doctor Strange does.
Probably
T'Challa, Professor X.
Yeah, T'Challa, Strange, I almost called him Downey, Stark, and probably reference X, but not say his name. Like, I may have somebody in upstate New York who may be interested.
A professor from upstate New York.
Remember the
professor from upstate New York. And
what happened to Moon Knight? Remember, he was teased.
And the Black Knight too.
Yeah.
Let your dreams stay dreams, kid.
well, you know what's crazy is that like I think a lot of these characters, right, like Shang-Chi, the Eternals, and stuff like that. I think those characters were being developed without the Fox characters in mind, because like think about it. If for example Fox would have never sold to Disney, where like what would the MCU look like in the next 3 years?
Yeah,
4
that's very
years,
true.
5 years, 6, just like looking down another 10 years, what would the MCU look like exactly without? And they're going to have to pull from characters like Shang-Chi, or you know what I mean, or characters like the Eternals, or go back to the Inhumans or something, because like let's face it, they're kind of running out of mainstream characters, and they kind of have to pull characters like Shang-Chi and make them mainstream. But it's going to be so much easier. it's gonna like I can already tell you right now, guys. Phase 4 or whatever it's called, or Phase 5 after that, whatever, it's already going to look way different, probably from what they were thinking about a year or two ago.
Well, my thing is they probably are running out of like mainstream heroes.
Yeah.
So the people because when you think about superheroes from Marvel, you immediately jump to like even before Avengers come out, it'd be like Spider-Man, maybe the Fantastic Four,
X-Men.
maybe Thor, definitely Hulk.
Before the Avengers movies came out,
yeah,
no one was thinking about Iron Man before the Avengers came out.
No, that's why I didn't say Iron Man.
No one was thinking about Thor
Spider-Man,
before the
Hulk.
Avengers came out.
Who had TV shows in the 90s? That's who people would think about. So it'd be Spider-Man, Hulk. Actually, maybe Iron Man, but they think about it as a 90s show. They wouldn't think about him like...
Okay, yeah, they think about Iron Man. They wouldn't really think about Cap. They wouldn't think about Thor.
Yeah. But...
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow.
All right, everyone, this has been episode 137 of the Marvel Yeet podcast. I am your host, Luke, and you guys can find me on Twitter at QuantumXParadox. Will, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and my own YouTube channel, and there's the comment section at Will the Greatest. I can't fucking speak tonight.
Nick, where can we find you?
You can find me anywhere online at who's_Nick.
Mikey, where can we find you at?
Absolutely nowhere.
Okay. Aaron, I assume that we can find you behind everyone's local Popeyes?
No, that's racist. No, I'm just kidding.
You can't be racist. We're all black here.
No, you can find me behind a trash can. You can find me in the hospital. You can find me behind your local church. But you could also find me at The Real Aaron Alexander at Instagram.
Yes.
Say .com, but...
And everyone can find Michael on YouTube at FailWhale34.
All right.
All right.
Okay, goodbye.